Hi friends, this is your ANR sir, welcoming you to ANR Academy. Today we learn about collocation. What is a collocation? The combination of words formed when two or more words are often used together is called collocation. What is a collocation? Collocation is the combination of words formed when two or more words are often used together in a way that sounds correct. Clear? Because if you have a habit of speaking English very much, then you combine some words and you use them. So that is called collocation. Now, let us check the collocation of preposition at with various verbs. Now that means we learn about verb preposition collocation. Verb preposition collocation. Here we keep that preposition constant and we change the verbs. So we have taken at preposition as a collocation. That means with various verbs that at would come. So let us see. Aim at. Aim at. Always you should aim at your studies. You see, when you are asked to frame a sentence with aim at, so it should be like this. Always you should aim at your studies. Aim at. Next, arrive at. Arrive at. Clear? So always along with arrive, in maximum cases you get preposition at. How can you arrive at such a conclusion? Suppose your friend said something that you do not like. You do not like. Then you ask like this, how can you arrive at such a conclusion? Clear? Next. Frown at. What is the meaning of frown? Frown means, suppose you keep your eyebrows together and you look. Frown means what? To bring eyebrows together. Understood? So that is called frown. So see, frowned at Sidhu. That means Sidhu doing some unpleasant thing. So she being elder sister, she would look at Sidhu cross. Clear? That means as a warning, she would look at Sidhu. So she frowned at Sidhu. Next, gaze. The meaning of gaze is look only. But small difference is there. What is that? To look steadily at something. Gaze means what? To look steadily at something. Gaze at this picture carefully and answer the questions that follow. You see, in your examination, you will be given a picture and one instruction will be written. What is that? Gaze at this picture carefully. Answer the questions that follow. That means the answers would be in that picture only. So look at that very carefully. So what is the meaning of gaze? To look at something very carefully. Next, laugh at. Along with this verb laugh, you get preposition at, laugh at. Always laughing at others is a bad habit. You should not laugh. Understood? You should not laugh always. It is a bad quality. So always laughing at others is a bad habit. Some children have a habit of laughing without any reason. It is bad. You should avoid that. You should avoid. Now next, look at. You know the meaning of look at. Why do you look at me like that? You see, when you look at somebody cross, then he would ask, why do you look at me like that? Your next verb is peer. Peer is also look. But this peer means what? To look carefully. My grandson peered closely at me. My grandson peered closely at me when he saw me almost after 1 year. That means 1 year gap. 1 year gap. So, he got a confusion whether I was his grandfather or not. So, that is the thing. That is the thing. He peered at me, peered closely at me when he saw me almost after 1 year. Point at. Understood? To make aim, to point at. He pointed the gun at the prisoner, at the prison breaker, and asked him to surrender. He pointed the gun at the prison breaker and asked him to surrender. You know, if you want to make somebody to surrender himself, what you do? You point something at him. So here, the warden of that prison pointed the gun at the prison breaker and asked him to surrender. Now shout it. Sidhu has a complaint that his mother always shouts at him. You see, some children have this complaint. Some children have this complaint. So our Sidhu also has this complaint. What is that? Always his mother shouts at him. क्यों ऐसा करते हो? क्यों ऐसा नहीं करते हो? Like that. Smile at. Smiling at others' failures is bad. You see, some people have a habit of smiling whenever somebody does a mistake. Is it a good habit? No, it is a bad habit. Because, after all, he is your friend. You should not laugh at our friend's failure. We should not laugh at our friend's failure. So, smiling at others' failures is bad. Stare at. Stare at means also to look. To look closely at. So, why do you stare at me like that? I am your grandfather. You see? Suppose if my grandson would look at me very closely because he has a doubt whether I am his grandfather or not, then I say, why do you stare at me like that? I am your grandfather. Wink at. You know, whenever you want to fool somebody, then you wink at others. That means you close one eye and say to be silent. So whenever Susi wants to fool her 2-year-old brother, she winks at her mother to keep silent. Whenever Susi wants to fool her 2-year-old brother, she winks at her mother to keep silent. So I think you understood today's lesson about collocation of verb and preposition. Verb and preposition. And what is that preposition? At. What is that preposition? At. So tomorrow again I come up with a new lesson. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you for watching my video. And if you like my teaching and my lesson, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because your subscription would cheer me up to make me new lessons. Okay, bye bye. Have a nice time. Thank you.